Okay, sister. Om Shanti. Thank you. Greetings to all sisters and brothers who are doing this Tapasya Bhatti from Madhuban Shantivan. So, you know that now the mode of service has changed. We are almost close to our destination, and therefore Bap Dada has changed the methods of service and also the way to our attaining perfection. Earlier, is it okay? My speed is okay?
Yes, Baisab, it's very good. Even
Okay.
you feel comfortable. It's okay. Very nice. Thank you.
So, earlier times, Baba said that it was Baba started a service through the children of the whole world by mouth, by the speech of the children. Then Baba thought that it is a very subtle knowledge and new knowledge. So Baba got some pictures made, just as nursery school children learn through pictures. So Baba got the pictures made of the whole Gyan. And after some time, when number of children became mature, then Baba started classes, museums, etc. And also, as Baba's army of children grew, Baba said that serving others is the best way to serve ourselves. So instead of first making ourselves perfect and then doing service, Baba said serving others serves two purposes. We get the blessings of others and also in the process get served. Then we did some big programs, mega programs in India and all over the world. And then the system of television started. Through television, broadcast, etc., also lot of service was done. Presently, Baba's children have a network around the globe, we all know. But now Baba says, after years and years of running the yajna and changing our methods and modes, still a lot of service remains to be done because we are world servers. All the souls of the whole planet have to be served, not only human souls, but also all types of life forms and also, the elements of nature. So it is a very big job still left, and time is also running out. So now, at the present stage, Baba says we have to do more of tapasya and more of use of silence power to be able to reach all souls all elements of nature and all corners of the globe, so that everything is ready and becomes perfect for the new world to come. So your this effort and our all our world, the present effort made by the children is in that direction. Now, what is to be done? So Baba says, children have got one faculty called the mind or the thought power, which is fastest and subtlest, and a single thought can and a single thought can reach anywhere. Now, what we want to convey by that thought, what power we want to convey by that thought, and what type of beneficent things we want to convey by that thought means there is no need for anything to be read, no need for anything to be heard, no need for anything to be seen. It is all pure thought. So for that purpose, Baba says, just as in the world of science, we have the rays, the laser beam, etc. Similarly, it is a spiritual, invisible power. And when all the children of Baba do the same thing, then a type of atmosphere is created, and atmosphere is also changed. And even the vibrations of these thoughts will change the thinking and mentality and mindset of the souls. Because basically, if human souls change, their thinking, their mind gets purified of all types of alloy, of impurity, negativity, etc., then it will have influence over all other things. That is why they say when humans change, the world changes. When humans change for the better, the world will also change for the better. Now, out of all methods, the most powerful way is to accumulate power of silence in ourselves. Because one notices that whenever there is some confusion, some doubt, something is forgotten, or there is some expectation of sorrow, or actual sorrow is there, and when there is some physical problem, coming danger, people observe silence. And which means that in silence, there is stillness, there is peace, there is concentration. So, which makes, everything clear instantly, and one just keeps on acting. There is no need to think what is right, what is wrong. And automatically the right things will happen. So it calls for three things. One is what we call love. Because love is a binding force. This love is not physical love, love for anything material, love for any possessions, but it is a spiritual love. Pure spiritual selfless love is the motive force or power or the fuel which carries the thought. So therefore, to carry my thought to universally to all souls of the world, whom I may not have seen or met, or who may be far off on the other side of the world, love, because we are all souls, and spiritual love, pure selfless love, benevolent love is one big power which can carry my thought without any diversion or deviation to where I want. Second thing is knowledge, because where I have to take my thoughts and what my thoughts have to carry. So it means a sense of knowledge. The most important spiritual part of the knowledge, and nothing of any other details of knowledge, but like, contents of a seed, the knowledge, most essential and pure knowledge, spiritual knowledge, which is we are all souls, we are all brother souls, we are all connected souls, because we are all imperishable children of the Supreme Soul. We are the forms of pure love, and therefore there is a bondage or connection. The third thing is the will or the power to carry the thought. We can also say knowledge means truth. In a sense, the knowledge that we want to take to the other souls is truth. And truth means essentially that we are not bodies, we are souls, and all souls are among themselves a family, and we have the Supreme Soul, our eternal Father, which means that nothing connected to the body, bodily relations, bodily possessions, etc., is the knowledge. So shedding all that and only carrying in my thought that knowledge which is called truth. And then the willpower, which means that not in the normal sense, not routine, but essentially, deliberately, with a motive that I have to give the message without speaking in silence to all souls. If you have read today's Murli, the Vardhan of the Murli, that will be very helpful to explaining our purpose. So Baba says that the fragrance of the divine qualities will definitely attract souls far and wide whom we may not be coming in direct contact. So all these three things require what we call tapasya. What is tapasya actually? So tapasya has many, many dimensions, variations. So as our today's topic is tapasya, let us see in how many forms we can do tapasya. The word tapasya in Hindi language is a very heavy word. In the traditional sense, over the ages, what the Atam Gyanis, the people who are not Baba's children, have been doing is hard practices, difficult practices, something that is not easy, something that is not normal, they would call tapasya, which means ability to concentrate my mind in a difficult way. For instance, if a person stands on one leg, naturally that person has to concentrate more to keep standing. So they called it tapasya because it enabled the mind to concentrate and withdraw from all other things and concentrate on my ability to stand on one leg. Similarly, so many other things, breath control, etc., and anything which is hard is called tapasya. For instance, if a person in Bharat goes on a pilgrimage and he has to go to distant places, undergoing the suffering of travel and all other things, he will call it tapasya, just to fulfill his sort of a goal of aim of reaching so many pilgrim centers, taking bathing, etc. So all such things which were not normal and natural would be called tapasya. Someone gets up at 2 a.m. in the morning, he will call it tapasya. A person does not speak for a whole day and remains mute, they call it tapasya. So such type of things are not the tapasya that we are talking of. Now in our case, tapasya means what? Number one, tapasya means that I should remain in a constant state of joy, happiness, enthusiasm. Of course, Brahmins are all having our periods of enthusiasm, zeal, happiness, joy, but that is not tapasya. It is actually absence of tapasya because we are not having it all the time. To remain in an equanimous, stable stage of enthusiasm, zeal, joy, happiness, without any disturbance, break, is called tapasya. So now what it requires is attention. Attention is a word which means that you have to be careful, you have to be having a particular thought of not deviating from attention. But here it means the natural nature of attention, which means that all the time I have to, first of all, in the morning, Amrit Vela, I have to stabilize myself in my top stage by remembering all the boons that Baba has given me, all the what you call avyakta, or all the deity-like angelic qualities that Baba has given me. So once I establish in that stage that I am able to function in the body, with the body, but in a bodiless state, which gives me super sensual happiness. So that stage I have to keep throughout. Of course, when we are attentive, we are practicing, at that time, we do keep that stage. But Baba says that while you are doing other duties, other normal things of life, you have to keep that state throughout. So, which means I have to be acting, speaking, functioning, reacting, doing mixing with the people, doing everything normal as the worldly people do, but in a state of detachment, not involving myself in whatever is happening, as if I am functioning as per Baba's directions, because Baba's directions are to be more and more spiritual, to be more and more in soul form or in the angelic form, and then function. And my aim is to take Baba's message to all souls, because myself presently am with my physical body in this physical world, and we are all messengers of Baba, because we are serving in this physical world all the souls. So keeping attention that I remain in that state throughout, and there are not deviations and variations or break periods, is one thing which we may call tapasya. Just keeping attention that anything that breaks that state or that makes it weak has to be taken care of. Now, how can we do that? It means attention all the time. Attention on what? So, if you come down to practical life and action, it means attention on everything. Supposing I am eating, so I have to take my meals with total attention. Not only being in remembrance of Baba, but total attention means what I have to eat, how much I have to eat, how much time I have to spend in eating, and doing the everything perfectly. So right from morning to evening to night before sleep, I should not do anything hurriedly. I should not do anything incomplete. I should not do anything half-baked. I should not think that tomorrow I will get more perfection. Today, let me go. Supposing I am reading Murli or listening to Murli. So each word of the Murli, from the first to the last, should be listened or spoken with the same attention, not that in the beginning I am listening more attentively or reading more attentively, and when Yad Pyar comes, I think that Yad Pyar is every day, so I take it for granted and I quickly read through Yad Pyar or listen to Yad Pyar. So this attention is very important for my mind working in the right way. So Baba has given us the definition of what is tapasya, what is the outcome of tapasya. That in short is ability to take my mind to wherever I want, for as long as I want, and to withdraw my mind whenever I want. If it takes more time, I cannot move from one situation to another without loss of time. I can do it instantly, then I am okay. But if it takes time from moving from one situation to the other, supposing from my activity to rest, from rest to activity, or rest to sleep. So it should happen in a natural way. So that is why Baba says tapasya would enable me to be able to mold my mind quickly. The speed Baba has given is of 1 second only. That ultimately our final paper will be also 1 second. So if I miss that 1 second, then I will be in the queue. So Baba says that this requires attention on everything, not missing anything at all, which means we cannot be complacent at all. The second form of tapasya is that we all have our likes and dislikes. So tapasya means whatever I like, I should now make it neutral. I should have no likes, but or no dislikes. The things I dislike, I should start liking. And the things I like, I should start disliking. Which means to say that I have to be like an observer, not like an actual indulgent actor, so that I can be detached all the time while I am functioning. So this is one way. You will find everyone has certain preferences, certain likes, certain leanings. So we draw from that, and the Baba says that can happen if you connect with me only. Because Baba is neutral, and Baba is neutral, which means above right and wrong, above likes and dislikes. So most Brahmins get into the trap that they are on the side of the right, which means because we are truthful, because on the right, we are on the side of the right, we start thinking that wrong is to be disliked, wrong is to be avoided, wrong is to be distanced from. Baba says no. As Baba is above right and wrong, we have also to be above right and wrong. In other words, we have to be established in the state that everything in the drama is right. This is also tapasya. Because if I start thinking this is wrong, it may be really wrong, but that feeling of wrong will get into my mind, and it will start making me to distinguish between right and wrong. I may, supposing I am explaining Gyan to someone, and that person is very responsive and appreciative, I start liking and giving him Gyan in more detail. And if someone says, no, this is all imagination, this is all your own thinking, I try to get rid of that person very quickly, even forgetting that he is a brother soul, and I have to take mercy on that person for his ignorance. I think you are understanding what I am trying to explain. So we have to be above that. Thirdly, Baba says that now, because we have to see our next stages, we should practice more and more to be in angelic stage, to withdraw from ordinariness, to withdraw from simple life, that okay, I have spent the day, I have done nothing wrong, and I am done all my routine of murli and meditation, etc. That is not what is expected of me now. So Baba says, take the example of three birds. So there is the parrot who will repeat things like, you are my Mitha Baba, my Pyara Baba, Shukriya Baba, Param Dham Nivasi Baba. So I go through it routinely like a parrot. In my mind, I repeat, but I do not experience what I am saying. If Baba is Mitha Baba, sweetest of all, then I should not be having anything to do with the less sweet things or bitter things. If I say Pyara Baba, which means Baba is the most beloved, Baba is my word, Baba will carry my boat across, and I should not try to then do anything to less than I try to row my own boat at times. So second one is, like the cock. The cock will say crow and cock क्या करता है? मुर्गा क्या करता है? The cock will awaken everyone in the morning. So Baba says many BKs, they listen to Gyan with the thought that I have to serve others. So they will note the points of Gyan, they will be very studious, but aim will be to serve others, not that this Gyan is meant for me also. मैना को क्या कहते हैं? मैंगो में जो आती है. And there is also a bird which called Maina, which comes when the mangoes have to ripen. So it creates a very sweet sound, and it is a fact that it is as soon as the mangoes are grown on the trees, it comes and keeps on repeating that sweet sound. It helps in ripening of the mangoes. So which means to say that it is really experiencing and passing on the experiencing to others. So Baba says, present is the time. You have studied enough. You have done a lot of meditation, but present is the time to experience everything that we have been listening and speaking, and then pass on the experience to others. So for everything, Baba says we have to check up. Supposing there is one thing we call qualities. Okay, Baba says all Brahmins have qualities, but then Baba says check up that you have all the qualities or most of the qualities. If there is one quality missing, say, let us say, the quality of what you call, उसको क्या कहते हैं, धैर्यता, the quality of patience. Now, this quality is missing. I am doing everything very well, and I want to do everything quickly, actively, proactively, but there is no patience. Even in today's Murli, Baba has said that some souls move very fast, but near to destination they get tired. But those who are slow and steady, they win. And there is always the example of the hare and the tortoise. The hare ran very fast, but it slept. And the tortoise, उसको क्या कहते हैं tortoise को? Turtle. The tortoise won the race. So, which means patience. I have so many qualities, but I am lacking patience. So, I have to see that patience is also there. I may be hurrying up, but that is not going to happen in the golden age. So then Baba says all qualities or most qualities. Second thing Baba says, all the time or most of the time or sometime. And the third thing Baba says is how much we have passed on those qualities to others. So for everything, we have to do three tests. And the third is most important because Baba says, you children are the ancestors of humanity. Brahma Baba is the ancestor of humanity. All people of all religions believe that they are descendants of Adam or Adam or Brahma Baba as humans. So we Brahmins are along with Adam, so we are at the roots of the tree. So the roots get everything from the seed, but not for themselves. They pass on up to that whole tree. Even the last leaf of the tree born is connected with the roots. So similarly, Baba says, in all Murlis, if he says, children, keep flying, but also says, make others also fly. Be happy, but pass on happiness. So the third part is very important because naturally also, whatever we have got, qualities or disqualification, we communicate to others. So here Baba says your test is make people like yourself. So finally you will find, कितने बजे तक था ये? अच्छा. Finally you will find that all these things means that no time for ordinariness, wastage is out of question, wastage of thoughts. So all this calls for accumulation of silence power, which means I should speak less than I have been speaking and try to do it less and less as I proceed. I should withdraw from all unnecessary actions. I should not listen to any unnecessary news. Recently, Gulzar Dadi's Bhog is offered in Shantivan on a particular day every month. So the last time it was offered, the message that Gulzar Dadi gave from Subtle region was that these days there is a small toy which all people like. Whether it is a very small toy, a little bigger toy, the direction was about the mobile phone. So Dadi said, many children, Baba children are also fond of that, and they are spending their time on certain unnecessary things. And the direction was that children should not use this toy beyond their actual requirement. So this is a fact everybody knows. Similarly, when we have to collect the power of silence, it means that mentally we have to be in the cave and we have to be, just as even scientific inventors have to observe silence. So we have to observe more and more of silence and find time during our daily routine also, after 1 or 2 hours, to be in silence for 1 or 2 minutes. And the aim should be that our thoughts should function. Our thoughts should reach people and they should understand what I want. More, our thoughts should work and less of other means of communication. So this is my some of the thoughts. And now I will request you, any brother and sister wanting any clarification or further explanation, I will be glad to serve you.
Ji Bhai Sahab, thank you so much. Thank you. So, yes, let me see if there are any questions. Maybe 1 second. Okay, Baisap.
Okay?
So there are few questions.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe the first question is actually, if possible, can you share with us what you are currently working on? What is your effort currently?
Okay. Sister, my present effort is that, I am now living in Shantivan, that any soul that I come in contact, I should deeply give that soul the feeling of oneness, that love, and that my feeling that you are also a brother soul, important soul, and not to think that to give less love or less time to any soul as per their present role, I should be able to give so much love as Baba is giving me. So that, a soul who leaves me should feel very happy and satisfied. Whatever everybody wants, I should be able to make that soul contented in all respects. Some have some small questions, some problems, some requirements. So I feel that if whole of the day I am able to do that and not try to hurry up with someone or just give formal reply, that will mean I am whatever gyan I have learnt, I am putting into use. Secondly, secondly, I have decided and practicing to make Amrit Vela very strong. So in Shantivan, just before or by 3:30 a.m., I am in the Diamond Hall and doing meditation. And up to today, excepting for days I went to Delhi, I have not missed that. And I thank Baba every day that you have given me, you give me proper health so that I am able to do that. And no other, my karmic account, old karmic account is coming in the way so that I may miss that. So that is helping me a lot because Baba gives me some touchings about my daily routine. So that is very useful. So I have found that at Amrit Vela, 1.5 hours that I spend, they give me a very strong foundation to practice, angelic stage, which I am trying to do every day.
Okay, Baisap, Om Shanti, thank you. So maybe one more question.
Yes.
Thank you. Seeing the current state of the world, what would be your recommendation for us in general? What would you recommend us to do to be? Anything. Thank you.
Your Baba says that I have already told you the future of the world because it is going down and down, more and more complicated, and now it is almost going to reach the climax, which means the end of the old world is very near, it can happen anytime. We all know that. But Baba says this is also very important to clean the world, to save us from all the complications and miseries, hearing and seeing all the negativity, misery of the world. For us, Baba says, you children have not to worry about it, although it will be a very difficult period. But you see beyond that, unless this change happens, every day the suffering in the world is growing. So therefore, we should try to invoke that this ends, this misery ends. For ourselves, the more practice of angelic stage, subtle stage, remaining in that state, in advance thinking that the destruction is taking place, and remaining with Baba more time, remaining in soul consciousness, forgetting of the bodies, and remembering, our cycle of births, that now this is the last one, and soon we will be having our golden age with no problem. We should remain more and more in these thoughts and not bother about what the other side is doing. Baba says, the more you remain in the state of bodilessness, detached one, disinterest, unlimited disinterest, you will be, I will take you through this difficult period very easily. I will be with you all the time. So we have to be Baba with all the time now, so that Baba will be all the time with us during those difficult periods.
Ji Bhai Sahib, thank you. Ji Bhai Sahib, thank you. Okay. And just maybe two more things. One is that since you are in Shantivan, in Madhuban, maybe you could pass our love to Dadi Ratan Mohini ji, because we remember her very lovingly. And we also now miss her because we are not able to come to Madhuban. And we have this pure desire, pure wish sometimes to see her also, on one of the Zooms or one of the programs. If you could pass this bhavna of ours, this pure feelings and our love to Dadiji, we would be very grateful.
I was in the studio yesterday, and Dadiji was speaking a message in English to double foreigners. I do not know what was the program on the Peace Day or something. I can let you know after inquiry from the studio. Dadiji went there and gave some message to all double foreigners in English. So if I can give you that connection, your this wish will be fulfilled. Okay? पूछ सकते हो किसी से भाई? If इनको फोन कर सकते हैं? Can we call you on phone after some time, and I will give you that link. Okay? I will also pass on the message to her personally. Yes.
Okay. Wonderful. I will send maybe to you by my WhatsApp number, and then maybe we can communicate like this. This is wonderful. Thank you so much.
And for your information, my place in the Shantivan is next to Dadi Ratan Mohini's place.
So nice. Yes.
Okay. Okay.
And Bhai Sahib, there is one more question. Okay.
Yes.
Or rather, it's a comment.
Yes.
Rather, it's a comment and gratitude. So someone says, our dearest brother, your words sweetened my mind. Shukriya. Thank you. You are Kalyankari, and you are giving us the inspiration to be like Baba, to be Bab Saman. So I think these are also the words of gratitude from all of us. So
Okay.
thank you so much. Thank you, Baisap.
All the thanks to Shiv Baba for giving me this opportunity of meeting all you brothers and sisters through this Zoom program. Thank you.
Can I add a little thing? Just we miss Madhuban. Madhuban.
Yeah, I know that, and Baba will soon fulfill your this desire also. Baba is listening to your this wish, and Baba will fulfill this in some way. Baba's ways are very strange. Some way Baba will fulfill, and Baba has said that the last scenes will be of going into trance. So all the Baba's children, when they become more and more angelic, then they will start seeing visions, and those visions may be of what Madhuban to you. Okay.
Ji, okay. Okay, Baisap.
Okay. Okay. If you like, I can send you some latest photographs of Madhuban, Rajiv, etc. Okay. You send me the workshop. You send me your workshop number, and I will send you some latest photographs.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, very good. Maybe I can mention something personal. You know, I spent 9 years in Shantivan, in India One solar plant. I was
Oh,
there,
okay.
so I miss Madhuban even more. Anyway,
Yeah.
I had big fortune, so it's okay.
So I will send you. Huh? Okay.
Yes, yes. And okay, I don't know. Would you still have 5 minutes for us, or no?
Yes, yes, yes. I
Yes.
have all
Oh,
the time.
okay. I was wondering whether you could share with us maybe some stories about Mama or Baba. You know, how you remember they did tapasya, or anything what comes to your mind. We would love to hear them. Thank you.
Yes. You know, Baba was a famous jeweler in his Lokik life. And he has a big jewelry business in the city of Calcutta. And his customer used to be kings of those times. But when Baba became surrendered to Shiv Baba, I remember Baba adopted simplicity as his motto. Total simplicity. He kept the same dress throughout. From day one to last day, Baba did not change his dress. No, because Baba felt that simplicity is very important for spirituality. Sometimes some mothers will bring a sweater for Baba or a head cap for Baba. To please them, Baba will wear it one time, but never again. And you know, Baba's toilet was 4 bamboo sticks put in the soil with a jute cloth around, right in the middle of the Pandav Bhavan. And in a very simple way, Baba used to use that toilet. We were surprised that a jeweler, and now how much simple life Baba is leading. Whenever a new room will be built in Pandav Bhavan or new accommodation, Baba will say, this is for children. I am old long shoe. And Baba's own old premises, sometimes the rain will also drop, but Baba never used anything new, everything for children. And Baba's tapasya was very strong, but never to be seen that Baba is doing tapasya or Mama is doing tapasya. So this is the thing. And I remember that Baba gave me a briefcase that isko कहना आनंद को briefcase लाए. Baba gave me a briefcase. That child, when you will go to Delhi and meet the VIPs, take the invitation letters and literature in this briefcase. And I used to think it as a godly magical gift. So always I took that briefcase, any letter, etc., totally, which I will give to the VIPs. Even today I have got that briefcase. It looks so new. It is so soft. I am going to show it to you right now. I have told my brother to bring it. See this. This is the briefcase Brahma Baba gave me. And how new it looks. So,
Wow.
yes. अच्छा, see. वो खोल के भी दिखाओ.
थोड़ा पीछे लो तो दिखेगा पूरा.
See.
अभी देखिए.
Even today it looks as new, although I used it for many years, and you can remember Baba gave me it in 1960s. And at that time, you know, I think it was given to Baba by some foreigner from Hong Kong. And this still I have got some literature in it. I am keeping it as a memorial, you see. So this is Baba's memento for me. Okay? See.
Thank you. Wonderful.
And similarly, you know, I can narrate you one more incident. Okay?
Yes. Ji, yes.
Okay?
Yes, yes.
Sumay,
Yes, Sondra.
are you listening? Hello?
Yes, yes.
आवाज नहीं आ रही.
कर
Are you listening?
Yes.
Okay. You know, because I used to live in Delhi and do service of the VIPs, you know, in those days in Bharat, there was no ready-made clothes system. Bharat is a godly country and everybody will have his clothes stitched by a tailor. And in those days, hardly anybody used ready-made garments. But Baba's children were there in foreign countries, Sindhi children in Hong Kong and other places. So sometime when they will come, they will bring some ready-made clothes and give to Baba. So one time, Baba had a very good dress and Baba gave to me, child, you use this dress because, you know, you are going for VIP service. So just to show my childishness, at that time my father had left the body and I had kept his 30 dresses for myself. Normally in India, after death, the dresses are given in charity. But I thought, I am a Brahmin, I will use my father's dresses. And when I was meeting Baba, I was wearing my father's bushirt. And when Baba gave me that foreigner dress to wear, just as Baba gave me this box, briefcase, I just childishly said, Baba, look, my Lokik father has left 30 dresses and look how nicely this is fitting me. So Baba smiled and said, child, if you will wear your Lokik father dress, you will remember your Lokik father. And if you will wear Baba's dress, you will remember Baba. You know, so I learned that lesson. I said, wonderful. And next time I came to Madhuban, I brought all those 30 dresses of my father and gave to Yagya. I said, I will not use my Lokik father dress because anytime I wear, I remember my Lokik father. After some time, I came to Madhuban. One brother who was washing clothes, he was wearing my Lokik father's dress which Baba had given him. Because in Yagya, nobody wears bushirts, etc. So he was doing odd job. So he was wearing. And I said, oh, look, my father's dress. So then I thought, even I have surrendered this dress and another person is wearing, still I have attachment, and I am saying my father's dress. So what would have happened if I was wearing those 30 dresses for so much time? So this is how Baba used to teach us.
Okay, Baisap, this is so good, and we have more questions. Maybe two more. Okay, that would be fine.
Okay.
And we have to finish, not a two. Okay, so the first question is, what practical methods do you know to unite the BK family? So practical methods for unity in our family.
Okay. You know, Baba says that give respect to whatever other person says. Never try to negate what the other person says. Give respect. Although you may be knowing that person is not saying right thing, but give respect. As soon as we give respect and recognition to other person, he will become close to you. Never think of his weaknesses even in your mind, because that creates a subtle barrier. So when we give respect and recognize the person, unity will be naturally formed. As soon as we in our mind think weakness of someone, there is a hidden wall created and unity is broken.
Ji Baisap. And the last question. Thank you. Can you maybe explain a little bit more? You were speaking about the love that carries the thoughts and enables service, even servicing souls, even at distance, far away from us. So can you explain more how it works, how this love is working?
You know, it is, I will tell you, our physical body has limitations. You can see only to some distance. Even if you have a telescope, then only you can see some star. But our mind has no barrier. Our mind can go anywhere. Okay? So when I sit with the thought of entire universe that we are world benefactors, and I send a thought of love, spiritual love, it will instantly enter the other soul's mind because it is selfless, it has no motive, and it is spiritual, and it is for benefit of others. So it will enter anybody's mind like intravenous injection. If you talk to someone and he doesn't want to talk to you, he can turn his back. If you give flowers to someone, he can throw it. But if you send a pure thought of love, it will enter his mind without any barrier. So you try this. Brahma Baba used to do this in the beginning. Brahma Baba used to emerge some children who were needing, who were supposing ill, sick, and Baba's thought would reach them, so much so that Baba has been doing this service, and many souls who came for the first time to Madhuban, they said, "Oh, we saw you in our vision. We saw your vision." So how this happened? Because Baba was doing sending spiritual thoughts. And you know, after Baba left body in 1969, 3 years after that, only the first foreign child was born. But it was Baba's thoughts. You know, like that. You try, you know, sometimes you say, oh, I was thinking of you. Somebody comes to you, you say, oh, I was just thinking of you. But this is happening rarely. But if we practice, it will become reality.
Yes, Baisap. Thank you so much. Very clear. Yes, and very inspiring, entertaining, everything. You fulfill already our pure desires. Thank you. Thank you, Baisap.
Okay, Om Shanti. So send your WhatsApp and I will send you that.
Yes,
Okay?
Baisap. Thank you so much. So can we finish with 2 minutes drishti from you?
Yes.
Thank
Yes,
you.
yes.
Thank you, Baisap.